Hello students, let's continue the chapter 7a, India, its geographical features. In the previous video, I told you about the different physical features of India, like its location, its latitudinal and longitudinal extent, and about the divisions of physical as well as the political divisions of India. And we discussed about the great mountain wall of the north, the Shivalik, the Himachal, the Himadri, and we also I also told you about the Shivaliks, the Doon. Right now, in today's video, I'll explain the other physical division of India. So I'll discuss about the northern plains, peninsular plateau, and the coastal plains. So let's start today's class. The northern plains. So northern plains of India is formed by the three river system of like Indus, your Ganga and Brahmaputra. Right. So the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries, made a large plain which is known as the northern plain of India, with a rich soil cover combined with the adequate water supply and favorable climate. It is agriculturally a very productive part of India. So this northern plain, is very fertile because it is the land which is formed by alluvial soil. So the soil which is formed by the deposition of sediments deposit by the different rivers, and those rivers are Indus River, your Ganga River, and Brahmaputra. Right. So this plain is a flat, low land with an elevation of less than 300 meter above the sea level. So it is not exactly plain, but it's a undulating smooth surface and elevation of less than 300 meter height. Sundarban Delta is the world's largest delta, which is formed by the confluence of river Ganga and Brahmaputra. As I already told you through the map, the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, the delta which is formed by two rivers, Ganga and Brahmaputra, is the world's largest delta. Right. So that delta is what? Very, very fertile, and delta, Ganga Brahmaputra delta, is known for the jute production, right, in India. So this Sundarban Delta, and it is named as Sundarban also because I told you that delta, the forest is there, and the trees found in that forest is known as Sundari tree. That is why it is named as Sundarban. Right. So Sundarban Delta, the world's largest delta formed by the confluence of the two rivers Ganga and Brahmaputra, is the major feature of the northern plain. Right. Now next is peninsular plateau. So towards the South India of the great Indian plain of northern India lies to the extensive peninsular plateau, this plateau covering nearly half of the area of India. Right. So it is triangular in shape. It's a triangular in shape, and which is broader towards the top and narrow towards apex towards the south. So it is like this. Right. The peninsular plateau is made up of ancient igneous and metamorphic rocks. It is the oldest part of Indian subcontinent. So that plateau is the oldest part of Indian subcontinent. This plateau is divided by Narmada River into two parts, the Malwa and the Deccan Plateau. Towards north of Narmada River, we have Malwa Plateau, and towards south of Narmada River, we have Deccan Plateau. So it's a between that Malwa and Deccan Plateau, we have Narmada River. So Narmada River marks the boundary between Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. Clear? Okay, now next. Now see, this is the Malwa Plateau, which we have marked between this Betwa and Chambal River. So this is the exact location of Malwa Plateau. It is bounded by the Aravali Hill in the west. Aravali Hill in the west, right? And Vindhya Range in the south. So here we have Vindhya Range. Clear? Vindhya Range, and towards west we have Aravali Range. Aravali Range is the one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. So this range, Aravali Range, is the oldest range, oldest mountain ranges in the world. And in the east, the Malwa Plateau extends up to the Chota Nagpur Plateau. So roughly it is extend up to Chota Nagpur Plateau. So Chota Nagpur Plateau is located here. Its position is here. Location is here. The Malwa Plateau is drained by the rivers Chambal, Sindh, Son and Damodar. Right? These rivers. Now just see the position of Deccan Plateau. This is the position of Deccan Plateau. Right? So this is this is also in a triangular shape. Right? This Deccan Plateau. The western edge is known as Western Ghat. So this line denotes Western Ghat, right? And the eastern edge of the this Deccan Plateau is known as Eastern Ghat. So this is Eastern Ghat and this is Western Ghat, right? Okay, now the highest peak in this Deccan Plateau is Anaimudi. It's written here, Anaimudi. This is the highest peak in the Deccan Plateau, which is 2,695 meter above the sea level, right? So this Anaimudi is located here. Clear? So this is Deccan Plateau. Now come to the next plateau, that is Chota Nagpur. The location of Chota Nagpur Plateau, it is located here towards the eastern side of India, and together, like this Chota Nagpur Plateau, Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau together known as Peninsular Plateau, right? So whenever we talk about the Peninsular Plateau, that means we are talking about Malwa Plateau, Deccan Plateau as well as Chota Nagpur Plateau. So all these three together makes Peninsular Plateau, right? So this is the location of Chota Nagpur Plateau towards the eastern side, and towards the south of this Chota Nagpur there is Mahanadi River, right? At the basin we can say it's there's a Mahanadi River. And here we have the state West Bengal state, and most of the Chota Nagpur Plateau, it is located in located in Jharkhand state, right? And part of it is also in Odisha also. Now this shaded part is your eastern coastal plain. Shaded part is the eastern coastal plain, which is between this Eastern Ghat and this coastal line, right? Same like here, this western coastal line, and between this this is the western coastal plain, which lies between the Western Ghat and western coastal line, right? So this is your eastern coastal plain and this is your western coastal plain. Clear? Now let's talk about the western coastal plain. So western coastal plain is rather narrow except in the Gujarat, right? So it extends from here, Gujarat, it is narrow till here except Gujarat, right? This is narrow and this is broader. Now, the northern part of western coastal plain in Maharashtra and Karnataka is called the Konkan coast. So here is Maharashtra and we have this Karnataka. So till here, this is Konkan coast, and here to here we have Malabar coast. So this is Malabar coast and this is your Konkan coast, right? A large number of backwaters called lagoons are here. Number of backwaters are there, which is known as lagoons. are found along the Kerala coast, this Kerala coast, right? The western coastline of India is indented and provides natural harbors. Mumbai and Marmagaon have two of the best natural harbors of India. So here are many. Are you seeing this? This is the natural harbors, right? So these are the natural harbors, this indented portion, indented part. So these act as a natural harbor. So many natural harbors are there, right, in western coastal line or plain. Now let's talk about the eastern coastal plain. It extends from river Subarnarekha. Here we have Subarnarekha, and in the north to Kanyakumari, till Kanyakumari, right? So this is your eastern coastal plain. This is your western coastal plain. Now the coastal plain along the Bay of Bengal is broader than the western coastal plain. So as compared to this western coastal plain, this eastern coastal plain is broader, right? Broader. See the width. Now this plain includes fertile deltas of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, and the southern part of the eastern coastal plain is called Coromandel Coast. So this is your Coromandel Coast. This is also divided into two parts. So this is your Coromandel Coast, and the upper part till the Subarnarekha, this is known as Northern Circars. Northern, Northern, Circars, Northern Circars, Northern Circars. So this portion is, north portion is Northern Circars, and the south portion is your Coromandel Coast. Same here till this Kaveri River. This plain is your Malabar Coast, and till here Gujarat, this is your Konkan Coast. Clear? Okay, now let's talk about the Great Indian Desert, that is a Thar Desert. So it is its location is towards the west of Aravali Range. This is Aravali Range. This is towards, this Thar Desert is towards Aravali Range, to west of Aravali Range. So it occupies a major part of the state of Rajasthan and extends up to Sindh in Pakistan, right? The land is generally, it's a desert area. That is why the soil, the land is generally covered with sandy soil, right? The region is dry with hardly any rivers. So only one river is there, that is disappearing stream, we can say, river. So that river is Luni River, Luni. Only Luni is the river in this region, right? Now come to the island groups. Now let's talk about the two island groups of India, that is Lakshadweep Island and Andaman Nicobar Island. Now Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar Islands are the two islands group of India. So Lakshadweep is located about 300 kilometer west of the coast, Kerala, right? Kerala is here. So this is, Lakshadweep is 300 meter away from Kerala, and it is located in Arabian Sea. This is Arabian Sea, and this Andaman Nicobar, it is located in Bay of Bengal, right? And the southernmost point of this Andaman Nicobar island is Indira Point, right? So this is the southernmost point which is located in the Great Nicobar Island, right? Now these islands are composed of small coral islands, and this is there is a great variety or diversity of flora and fauna. Flora means flowers, plant species, and fauna means animal species, animal and its species, right? So there are great variety of plants and animals. Now these islands lie close to the equator, experience equatorial climate, and has a thick forest cover. Now why equatorial? Equatorial means because these islands are located in the near to the equator. So this is 8 degree and 0 degrees somewhere here. So it is just near to the equator. That is why the climate is very hot, right? Equatorial climate means very hot climate, and throughout the day or throughout the year there is rainfall, right? So that facilitates the growth of trees. That is why these islands are covered with thick forest. Clear? I told you about in the previous point that these islands are composed of small coral islands. So coral is what? It's a hard white substance that forms in the sea, right? These are the white substances, hard substances which are formed in the sea. These are the sea, right? So they are formed in the sea from the bone of very small tiny aquatic animals, sea animals, right? So the island formed by that the from the bone of very small animal is known as coral island, right? So these islands are composed of very small or small coral islands. These are the small coral uh, islands. Small coral islands are there, right? Okay. So children, here we have completed this chapter, and in this video we came to know about the eastern and western ghats of India, and your western eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain, and I also told you about the different plateaus, which like the Deccan Plateau, Malwa Plateau, Chota, Nagpur Plateau, and their positions, and eastern coastal plain, western coastal plain, eastern coastal, and the division of those eastern and western coastal plain, and many more, right? So here we have completed the chapter. Now soon after this you'll get the assignment, and I hope you all are going to do that assignment, and replying that through the mail also, right, on time. Now if you have any query about this chapter, and if there is any doubt, you can ask through my mail id, school mail id, right? So before this I suggest you to just go through the map work again. So unless until you know the map, you'll not come to know about this chapter, right? So better you revise your map work, and then you proceed for this work, right? So now your one more homework is just go through the chapter. First you do the practice of map, and second homework is just go through the chapter, read out the chapter as much as you can, right? So children, see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.